Hey guys, welcome to day 10 of Unlocked in 30, and today's topic is secrets of labels. And so this is probably one of my favorite topics because it's something I used to always struggle with because it's always easy. You see something, it's easy to buy into it if you don't know, but it took me a while to get this, but going back to, we'll start with nutrition, for example, because that was one of the topics we've already been talking about is the color scheme and acidic versus alkaline. A lot of foods that we go and buy, or maybe even go to the different stores or even restaurants, and the colors of their signs. But the acidic tends to be a little bit more red, yellow, orange, going into the more alkaline, the yellow / blue, green being the most alkaline. So a lot of times you can tell that by foods. And so, for example, if you're going to the store and you can tell that, looking at the candies with Halloween coming up, you're going to see a lot of the candies and the not so good sweet stuff for you. That's more on the acidic scale. That's in that color scheme of the darker colors. Sorry to burst your bubble there with Halloween, but now if you're looking at the food scale with certain food topics, when you're going and looking at, when you're buying items, for me, I used to get caught up with this, but it was like the terminology of the words, because they're really good about, getting our attention, and it comes to the word choice, and these are called hooks. And so more or less they hook you in, they get your attention, and it could be certain words like non-GMO, organic, all natural, and fiber, high in fiber, just little keywords or little small phrases that really, catch our attention. But I want you to be cautious, because even though that's important and you want to look for that, I wouldn't always just buy in just because you see one or two items that say that. And one of the big things I would say and really think about is, what is your intention when you're buying a food? What are you looking for out of it? Think about that before you actually really buy into the product that you're getting. I know I got a couple examples here. I know it's not probably the best ones here, but I like these Kind bars, and one thing that I like about them is there's only 5 grams of sugar, so that was a hook for me. It talks about gluten-free. I don't eat all gluten-free, but certain products out there being all natural, organic. So there are certain things out that I really like, they attract me, as far as because of we see certain keywords and terms, and it reminds us of something else. So if we talk about organic and all natural, non-GMO, we think about, okay, there weren't, maybe the area that the food was grown in didn't have chemicals or pesticides associated with it. So it brings us into other phrases or other areas of life when we see certain keywords or terms that we say, okay, we have to have that product. And so, I wouldn't just say that, if it had a couple of keywords on there that's the best product for you, but just think about this. Is like, okay, what means what to you? And then sometimes it's trial and error, trying different products. So same thing with food. If you go and, for example, I go to sometimes Whole Foods and the different cereals, and one thing here that, obviously organic, but it's excellent source of fiber, low fat, certain key things, hooks that catch us in. And even though those may be important to us, is that got all the ingredients or everything in there that we're really wanting to get out of it, and what's our goal with this other than just to eat and to get the content of the ingredients out of that food. So it's kind of the same thing going into your performance and your recovery. What products are you looking at for recovery? A lot of them, sports performance wise or recovery, we'll go on performance wise, but like they're really geared into, okay, what sells on the market is losing weight. So they're going to use certain keywords or certain topics, and you maybe go into like certain stores like GNC or other stuff, really great at marketing. They use certain colors, certain words, and they keep it simple. The best marketing is when they keep phrases, words, or their talks below 5th grade level, 3rd to 5th grade. And so if you look at a lot of top speakers out there, they're really good at keeping their word choice and also their explanations below 5th grade level when they're explaining stuff, because people are able to understand it, comprehend it a lot quicker, and it's less confusing. So sometimes they'll use action words on a lot of the products. And so I'm not gonna say that's bad when you're looking at food products or recovery products or athletic performance products, or even stuff for, physical products if you're using it for working out. I just tell people, it's like, hey, think about it. Just because it has 1 or 2 key words on there doesn't mean it's gonna fulfill or get everything that you're looking at of that product, if that makes sense. So I've been bad about that. You get in a hurry, you go to the store, you're looking at something and it has a couple keywords that hit the categories that you're looking for, and you're like, oh, I need that product, but then there may be a few things missing in it. So just something to think about, because labeling is very big, and it's something that really hooks our attention, and marketers are really good today about doing that. So not to say, again, that's a bad thing. It's just think about this and more strategy on your end, and going it with the intention of, okay, what's my goal out of this food product, out of this sports performance product recovery? What am I trying to use with this product? and then think about, okay, does it going to fulfill, you know, what I want out of the product, and is also going to be something that's going to last long if it's an endurance type performance product. So, anyways, I hope that helps, and not too confusing on that end. But the labeling is really important when you're looking at this, because you know, again, they're going to just take the top keywords out there, slap a couple things on there to get your attention. That way it's a quick buy. There's two types of buyer. There's an emotional buyer and there's a logical buyer. So they really get into the emotional buyers, and the people that see something go like, I need that right away. And then, you know, the logical buyer is going to sit there and be like, okay, it looks good, but does it have everything in there? So, you know, they think about it a little bit longer before they end up buying it. So anyways, look at your labels and think about this, like, okay, the keywords, what am I trying to get out of this as a food for the food product? Is a performance product? Is it going to satisfy, you know, what I'm trying to get sports performance wise, you know, quality wise? Is it going to last? Recovery wise, you know, is it going to do its job? Just because it has a couple keywords on there, you know, there's other products out there, and just, you know, throw that around and see if it makes sense to you.